What is going on, Wolfpack Savage here? In today's video, we're gonna be breaking down and analyzing a viewer submitted solo match. Now, this is a viewer submitted solo match. Kind of cut back on the viewer submissions. You guys slay the shit out of everyone that we post to the channel. So guys, be kind, all right? Be nice, no matter how good they are, how bad they are. Let's start building each other up a little bit. We got enough hackers and campers to shit on our day. Let's try to enjoy each other's company. But in this video, we're gonna be breaking down and analyzing everything that they do, from gunplay to movement to decision making on who to shoot, as well as whether or not they're using their money efficiently and buying the correct things. And lastly, covering rotations as well. Rotations is probably the most slept on tactic in Warzone, period. And it's just because a lot of you guys are new to battle royales, a lot of you guys are new to first person shooters, and you're just not aware of what you might need to do. But before we get into the video, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today. Also leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 1,500 likes, boys. Come on. And as always, if you guys are tired of playing by yourself, make sure you join our Discord community and utilize the looking for groups pages to find teammates of equal or better skill to help you guys get out there, get out of your comfort zone, and get some wins. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Whoa, Becky. All right, here we are. It's my dude A22A is landing over at one of my favorite areas, and I love this area. This area is a great spot to land if you're going to land on this side of the ravine. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, this right here is a ravine that kind of splits the map into two slices, right? This is probably one of the better spots because the rotations are endless. There's usually a buy station over here, or there's one up in this area as well. Or if there's not a buy station in these two compounds, there's going to be one over at TV station. So the buys are usually relatively close. Now, a lot of people do land here, as you guys see. There were two targets that landed over here. There were a few that landed over here, and there was one that drifted off the TV station. So the possibility to get a lot of kills in this small place is pretty likely. Not to mention there's a lot of money to be made in this area. So you really don't need to get scavengers and objectives right off the rip, because you can loot all of these buildings as well as these and come away with a loadout drop. But again, I always do recommend getting a scavenger objective. All right, but here we are landing, and we're going to the yellow two-story house. Now, the secret to getting a nice drop is doing everything as fast as humanly possible. You guys want to loot, grab your stuff as fast as possible. Make sure you're just picking up a weapon. Doesn't matter what it is. Don't put too much thought into what ground loot weapons you're picking up. Just get a ground loot weapon that you think you can get a kill with and go out there and get a kill. All right, here we are. We have two AUGs now, one green and one not. Guys pushing in our window. We're trying to pre-fire and predict the rotation. Now, I do love the fact that instead of just going into the door, he changed his angle of approach, and he's going to try to hit the enemy from a different angle, because normally if you start shooting at the enemy through the doorway, of course, they're going to sit there and hold the doorway angle. And then if you come in from a different angle, it's going to hit him by surprise. At least that's what your average teddy bear plays like. As far as that, guys, again, get out of the habit, get out of the terrible, bad, horrible habit of sitting in a corner still. Let's just put ourselves in his position, because right now we technically are, even though this is not the way he's playing. This is exactly where that guy was sitting at. What was he really expecting to do? He was hoping that he'd be able to outshoot the enemy? Probably not. If you're forcing an enemy to push into your building and they do push you, they're probably a little bit more confident than you, putting themselves in a bad position to kill you, which means in turn, they're probably a better player. So start outworking, out-rotating the enemy. The moment he got shot at, he should have jumped out of the window. But because he didn't, he hid in this corner. However, when we did jump out of the other window and we broke the glass, this enemy should have heard that and said, you know what? I'm gonna rotate out of here and get up the stairs. Work the building layouts to your advantage. There's a reason why they're set up this way. All right, we do have an enemy on heartbeat over to the 45 or 69, somewhere in that area. And he is in combat, so he could possibly get a third party. There's actually two more enemies. And this is where you see the decision making coming in. He's trying to figure out who to go to first. Because the other enemy is in combat, I would definitely focus on this guy first, because he's going to be your prime threat. Sounds like he's got dead silence on, because you cannot hear shit, boy. Now, I'm not a fan of sitting in here waiting for the enemy. We're kind of doing the exact same situation. Not to mention, we do put ourselves in a disadvantage, because if another enemy was coming our way, he could have third-partied us as well. We have an enemy, yep, sitting right inside. I love the fact that he saw the glint, went to the side, and now he's going to quick peek and probably, hopefully, instantly snap the guy and get some bullets off. I like that. I like that. Notice how he didn't peek the window slowly. Notice how he wasn't in his scope. Notice how he didn't... Oh, wait. Oh, that was close, brother. Notice how when he peeked the window, because he knew the enemy was there, he saw the enemy there. Instead of sitting there ADS and slow peeking, which would make it a very easy shot for that sniper to take your head off. He just quickly peeked, ADS, snapped on the enemy, and got some shots off. Did he get the kill? No, but he did suppress the enemy and force the enemy out of his position, which gave us the ability to push across in the open, push the enemy point blank, and kill him with the Origin. All right, but the fight's not over. I would assume there's another enemy. We heard this guy shooting at someone earlier. He may have gotten the kill, but just because you think he got the kill doesn't mean he did. So even if you think the enemy that was here is dead, play it like he's not, because he may surprise the shit out of you. So here we are, we're walking around trying to loot, trying to see if we can find a heartbeat, and we do. We found a heartbeat right where we were just at. This is a perfect reason of why you leave the area as fast as possible. This is why I always tell you guys, stop overstaying your welcome. When people usually get kills, they end up camping up, gathering on a loot, looking at what they have like it's Christmas holiday, opening their packages, be like, oh shit, I got a gas mask, oh shit. Like, stop that. Get your kills, get in and get out, because what happens is other enemies will eventually flank to your position and try to third party. And that's exactly what this guy on Heartbeat's doing. He heard us fighting and he instantly rotated to this area. Okay, we're gonna wait for this guy. He's probably gonna be gathering some loot, I would imagine. It looks like exactly what he's doing. Now, the last thing we're gonna do is this. Right now, we're gambling getting this kill. And what I mean by that is we're playing the odds, hoping that he comes this way into our crosshair. I wouldn't sit here and hold this angle. I would definitely push this enemy. We know he's on the other side of this. We know he's distracted with loot. So we need to go ahead and take this opportunity to push across. Now, I definitely do not recommend busting out the window, because that will be a giant heads up. Hey guys, I'm coming. So I would definitely leave quietly through the door we came in and then push across as fast as possible. Because again, what if he doesn't come this way? What if he actually gets a better position, maybe on top of this garage right in front of you, and then he's able to get some shots on you because you're sitting in a window holding an angle? Looks like he's actually on top. Yep. All right, great kill. He heard the glass break, but he wasn't really sure of how far it was. His audio depth perception wasn't there. And yeah, he was looking in the wrong spot for sure. The moment you guys hear glass break next to you, you need to play close quarter combat. You need to get ready for them to push you, because they're probably going to push you. All right, so we've got this area 1, I assume. Now, this place is definitely going to have people here. Yes, we did notice that people were dropping in earlier. And yes, we do see a guy on red roof and a care package dropping in as well. All right, there's the guy on red roof. All right, so the guy on red roof ended up hiding in the cubby and launched a cluster strike on homeboy that we just killed. As far as the guy we just killed, it's not really his fault. We just happened to be there. He just happened to be in the wrong place, the wrong time. It is what it is. I do recommend, however, if you're playing solos and you get killed a lot going for care packages, throw your care packages inside of a building, like blue building, and then go to the rooftop to loot your stuff. The last thing you kind of want to do in this hot area is throw your care package in the middle of the street, go out there to get it, and either die by a cluster or die to some bullets. So I definitely recommend throwing your care package in a building if you can get access to the roof. But we need to get ready for the push, because there he is right there. Holy shit. All right, great decision to switch instantly without hesitating to your secondary weapon. Instead of forcing the reload, guys, just hit Y or triangle or scroll up on the mouse, whatever your button is to change weapons, and change your weapons. Stop trying to force the reload in the middle of a fight, running around with the magazines like, oh shit, it's jammed, I don't know what to do. Next thing you know, you get clapped in the head. Just switch your weapon. There's a reason why I got 2 of them. All right, but here we are getting loot. I do like the fact that this dude gave us some nice ass weapons. This is a great build on the Kilo. I really wasn't paying attention to the build on the other one, but it's kind of a great build. If you guys are using the MP5, Merc foregrip all the way. Don't care what anybody says. Merc foregrip is your baby. I'm not really a fan of this build on the MP5, but this build right here on the Kilo is absolutely beautiful. Now, don't do this. When you guys are parachuting in, I'm okay with you pulling your parachutes right when you get released, right? Right when you come back from the heavens, instantly rip your cord and kind of see what's going on. But the moment you get about this distance or a little bit higher, a little bit lower, you don't want to pull your parachute. You are now committed to almost hitting the ground before you rip your cord and pull your parachute, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to get beamed out of the air. Almost, no. Oh, rip, dude, rip. Good shot. It's a good try, brother. I like that camo on that Kilo. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of nice. And also, I'm ready for reactive camos for Cold War. I'm so excited. It's about damn time. Thank God Treyarch's actually good at making skins, because we're about to get some really good skins. If you guys played Blackout or Black Ops 4, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're about to have a lot of fun with these skins. Spend a lot of money too. All right, here we are popping Dead Silence. And he's probably over here. It looks like he might be hightailing out of here, which isn't a bad idea. If the enemy has your armor broken and you're coming back from the heavens, you can expect damn well that he's probably going to push you. There he is in the gas station right there, looting, trying to gather a little bit of stuff. I probably would have waited to get close range to get some shots off without revealing the enemies, without revealing my position. But it ended up working out. And the reason I would have waited was so that if I did miss my shots like he did, that guy wouldn't sit there and hold the angle, and he wouldn't really expect me. I'd rather kill my targets, my prey, by surprise than reveal my position, possibly allow the enemy to shit down my throat. All right, here we are working our way up the TV station. We have $3,900. We almost have enough for UAV. And again, I definitely highly recommend getting the UAVs up in the air at all times. UAV strat is a great strat. It's a beautiful strat. And I cannot wait for the new map. I know it's random. It just crossed my mind. I'm very excited. All right, we got a heartbeat. He could be up top, could be on bottom. Unfortunately, hey, I don't think he knew he was playing Call of Duty, bro. I think he was trying to play some Roblox. And he just busted through the door and stood there. Just like, hey. All right, but now we have a free loadout drop, so we really don't have to worry about buying our loadout. We can go ahead and utilize this money to get a self-res, get a UAV in the air, and whatever else we want. So definitely recommend, or even going with 2 UAVs. I'm definitely a fan of that. Now, he's feeling pretty confident with these weapons, so he's going to stick with it. And I like that because he's got a bounty. He's got 2 other targets this way. So instead of wasting his time to go towards the loadout drop, he's going to go ahead and utilize the guns he has because they're actually pretty decent weapons. And he's going to go hurry up and get this kill and hopefully bounce from kill to kill to kill and utilize his time to his advantage to get a high kill game. So I love to see that. And again, that just comes from risk versus reward. You just got to sacrifice your loadout drop if you have decent weapons. And his kilo's a beamer. MP5 is not bad. It's not the greatest build, but it's not bad. So go ahead and utilize that. Not to mention we have another UAV in our inventory anyway. So after we can get this kill, we pop another UAV and we go up to that hilltop and chase the rest of them bitches down. All right, here we are looking for the enemy. And again, because of the bounty's delayed update on your mini map, it's very hard to predict where he's going, but you can almost guarantee he's going to be going to the buy station. All right, looks like the bounty is going to be, he looks like he's looting, honestly. He's going from building to building. He just relocated on this one, so slow peek the door and get ready to shoot. Oh God, between the bars, no. Oh shit, not like this. All right, great use of using your eyes to spot his laser. It was really hard to see the enemy, but you tracked the green laser back to the source and got the kill. I love that. Now, the enemy in that situation, he had a huge advantage on you instantly. You were down to 30% health. He still had armor plates on him. He should have been able to outplay you in that situation, but he played it really wrong. I would have tried to push you, slide cancel my ass off around that thing, instead of peeking my head up and trying to rely on my accuracy, because shooting through these bars is not the easiest thing to do at all. It seems like half the time I'm hitting my target, the bars are somehow blocking it, even if I'm not aimed on the bars. It's the weirdest shit. But we just got our kill, and now we're sitting on Oprah money, bro. $13,600, and it's time to buy. Now, I always recommend UAVs again, going back to UAV strat. And normally I would wait to get self-res until I came back from the gulag, unless I'm sitting on this much money. If you're sitting on this much money, definitely get a self-res. There's no reason to be on a 9-kill game with 45 enemies left and sitting on 13 grand and not buy your self-res, because you really don't want to lose this momentum. All right, here's an enemy. I didn't even hear him at first. He was way more aware of this guy's location. Way early. He was aware of this guy's location way earlier than I was. Way earlier. Maybe I need a new headset, boys. Maybe I need a new headset. All right, but we got our self-res, we got a dead silence, got a cluster, and we got a UAV in the air, so we're utilizing our money in a really, really good way. Let's see if he pulls up the map. I'd love to see this rotation, because I think it's going to be on the edge of stadium, and there it is. All right. I love the fact that he saw the guy on the edge of stadium, and instead of going for him, he decided, you know what, I'm going to push this guy right here because, oh no. Oh, yep, keep on going. Because if the circle happens to be on the edge of stadium, you do not want to be there. You do not want to be there, because there's going to be multiple teams here. People coming in from downtown, people coming over from hospital. People are going to want to be at stadium either for the buy stations or because for some reason players feel comfortable at stadium. You guys need to stop feeling comfortable at stadium, because the moment that this circle rotates up north, which it 100% will, there's no way is it going to hug back down here and still be safe on stadium. There's not much of it left. But once it does move up north, these guys are going to have to cross this huge open area, and hopefully there's no one gatekeeping them in these buildings. Because if there is, they're going to have no chance. These buildings offer a lot of cover. They offer a lot of angles. And this open field does not reward you really any kind of cover at all. All right, here we are pushing up the hill. I do like the fact that you're in your map a lot. I do like your fact. Oh shit, what the fuck? Yo, don't do that, chat. Don't do that. Laying in the bush, no. No, I'm not going to slay our boy for laying down either. I definitely would recommend checking your map while you're mobile, but I'm not sure if you can on controller. You can on mouse and keyboard. I don't know if you can on controller, so I'm not going to slay you that much. But I do like the fact that you're in your map trying to predict where the enemy's going to be at based off of circle rotation, trying to predict, trying to plan your next move. I do like that. Now, this guy right here, the enemy, laying prone in a bush, just sidestepping back and forth. I don't care how old you are, get out of this habit. I know it's a habit. I had this bad habit when I first started battle royales with H1Z1 and PUBG. This is a bad habit to have. You guys want to get out there. You guys want to slay. That way you guys can improve. If you're laying in bushes 24/7, guess what you're going to be good at? Gardening. That's about it. Now, this circle does look like it's going to go up to the north, somewhere around the edge of quarry, or maybe even military. So we need to start planning for circle rotations and getting in a better spot. I'm not really a fan of the position we're in right now, because when it does go north, we're going to have to move through some hefty areas. We got the apartment complex behind us, which you know damn well there's going to be someone camping on top of bank, someone camping on top of the apartments themselves, as well as quarry and military, which are also huge spots for campers. So I would want to get out of this spot as fast as possible. However, if you want to gatekeep the edge here, I'm not that much against it. But again, I really would try to shoot my gun as least as possible in this area, because when you do have to move up to the north and past these huge compounds with people sitting on rooftops, you're going to be... well, they're going to know you're there. All right, now we're kind of doing the same thing the other guy was, except at least he was covered in bushes, right? You might think you're safe in a bush, but most of the time you're not. If a PC player has their graphics turned really far down, they'll be able to see through bushes relatively easy, because it's not as abundant on their screen as it is on yours. So just because you think you're safe in a bush doesn't mean you are. This position right here too, and I'm not against you using a heartbeat by any stretch of the imagination. This is easy kill. I'm not against you using a heartbeat, right? A lot of players use a heartbeat. It's a great tool, and he's using it correctly, so I'm fine with that. But this is a great position where stuns will come in handy, because if he's hiding behind a tree, you're relatively close. You just Kobe that bitch, get a stun, and instantly push him and get the kill. But as far as the fight right here, the enemy should never have left the tree without trying to contest you. He should have peeked and tried to get some shots on you. That way it forces you as a player to play it up, giving him the opportunity to get out of this bad spot. Now, one thing he could do if you really wanted to play super passive, just back away from the tree. He knows he got shot from here. Your hit indicators pop up on the screen telling you exactly the direction we're in. If he would have peeked and found out exactly where we're at and pinged us, he literally just could have stayed behind the tree and backed up to the ridge and then just took off out of sight, out of mind. And we never would have done the difference. Now, as far as our players concerned, again, I definitely would have pushed this guy. I got a different angle or something like that. Sitting here waiting for the enemy to leave his position. He kind of got lucky in this fight here because he did turn his back to us and run away. All right, I love the fact you got shot, instantly dove to cover. Instantly, no sitting there trying to shoot and trying to contest. You just dove, got safe, played it up. Now, you got to be careful because he's got the high ground. If he rotates to your wide right, he's going to be able to get on that lip right above you and shoot down. So I love the fact that you bailed out of his position and now you're relocating. I love that. Again, decision making is very important, but how fast you can quickly make your decisions is even more important, especially when it comes to gunfights. When you see players with this insane movement and shots and things like that, movement's awesome. Movement is very, very good. Aim and accuracy is very, very good. But the ability to make decisions quick in this game is extremely, extremely important. It's probably one of the most important aspects. But again, it's like a puzzle. All the pieces have to fit. You can't just be good at one thing. Shit, there he is right there. Hello. Oh, hello, tides of turn. And notice how he changed his entire position. It came up behind the enemy, and now we have the advantage. Now we're on the high ground, the enemy's plates are broken, and now we're the ones safe. So we basically flip-flop with the enemy. As far as enemy's concerned, there's really nothing he could have done to predict us having a wide flank on him like that. But instead of standing there just looking down one ridge, he should have been scanning the entire area and making sure his back was clear. Then he wouldn't be in this position. But he does have Ghost on, so now we could flip-flop again, honestly. I hate fights like this. Fights like this are just very like, oh shit. That man put a bouncing Betty down. Oh, we hear him coughing. Yeah. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone's gonna die from a cold. Yeah, cough to that. Did he just call you a fat ass? What the hell? Angry. Little Timmy. But as far as enemy concerned, there's really no way he could have predicted us to rotate that way. He thought he was in a better position. He was in a better position, but because of A2's ability to make decisions quickly, he dove out of that fight, repositioned a complete different angle, came up behind him, and was able to get the advantage and win the fight. Now we are sitting at 13 kills, 16 enemies left, and we're on the edge of the circle. Now we have to move through hell, right? We have to go through hell to get to the next zone. We're on the edge of the gas. There's probably going to be people around us just because players like playing the edge of the gas. I don't know the reason why, but they do. Yeah, that's the apartments we've been talking about. There's no surprise that there's an enemy up there. Now, I do like the fact that he pinged him and didn't shoot. Why didn't he shoot at him? Why didn't he shoot? Is it because he's a bitch? No, it's not because he's a bitch. This gun is awesome. The Kilo is an animal, and the Kilo has a lot of accuracy, but even if you're able to hit all your shots and this guy's somewhat half-ass decent, he's going to jump off that ledge as he's on and get safe and played up. And at that point, the enemy will know that you're right here and we have to move to get safe, which means we have to put ourselves vulnerable and we run the risk of getting shot by this enemy, as well as revealing our position to other enemies. So I like the fact that he just played it like this and he's playing a little bit passive because this is the moment in time where you kind of want to. We know that there's 2 enemies here because he was shooting at somebody else and no one had died. So we know there's many enemies here and there's probably more that we're not even aware of. And the edge of the gas right here is extremely scary because of this rooftop. Good armor break. Good shit, brother. But that building is a very scary building to go up against. However, he's going to have to jump off. And when he jumps off, guess what? Easy beams when the dude's parachuting. Easy beams. And again, this just goes back to not playing the edge of the gas. There's actually a lot of people here. Someone just got a shotgun kill inside of bank. So there are 2 enemies in bank. There's one on the rooftop right there. There's no telling how many enemies are right here. Playing the buildings on the edge of the gas. Again, if people were more focused on rotations and planning out the entire game, a lot of people would be getting a lot more wins. And the reason why I want you guys to all get better is so that you can have fun, and also all these streamers that reverse boost, you guys can shit down their throats. All right, here this guy is coming out of the edge of the circle. There's really nothing he can do because, again, he's got to leave his position, his safety net, in order to get safe and put himself out in the open. There's the guy parachuting off the roof. Easy beams. Bada bing. Now, if you're going to jump off that building's rooftop... I'll wait. If you're going to jump off the building's rooftop, at least fall all the way down the ground and pull your parachute at the last second. That way, your hang time is not going to get you killed. All right, but we do have ourselves... Holy shit, what the fuck was that? The hell did he just shoot? Was that a rocket? What did I miss? I was looking at the mini-map. I didn't see it. Wait, is that a Rytech? Is that boy using a Rytech right now? This is dangerous territory, brother. I don't know if it's a Rytech or not. I'm kind of curious. Now, if you're using... He was using a sniper at one point, right? He had a sniper scope. If you're using a sniper, you guys got to stop hard scoping. This is exactly how the enemy just died. He was in his scope and he's slowly walking up trying to get the shot, right? Again, stay out of your scope. When you spot the enemy, ADS and get the shot. It's kind of an almost slow, quick scope, right? You guys don't want to slowly peek because as you're slowly peeking, if we're sitting there holding the angle like we were, we're going to tap you in the forehead and you're going to die before you can even get the bullet off. All right, we have shooting in front of us at 280 and relatively close. So we know there's 2 enemies in front of us somewhere because no one's died since we heard the shots. But we are down to 8 enemies left, right? 16 kills. This could be a 24 kill game. However, we're on the edge of the circle. Circle's moving now, and there's 2 enemies somewhere in front of us to the front left-hand side. So you got to play it safe. Listen for footsteps. I hear something coming up right now. There's the shots. And I love the fact that he utilizes ADSing and hip firing. Again, guys, if you're using an SMG or any close quarter fight like that, you want to hip fire your enemy as much as possible. I find that fighting with SMGs, hip fire mode is usually more accurate close range than ADSing, depending on how accurate you are with your sticks. If you're hip firing, your movement speed's faster than if you're ADS. So you're able to sidestep, bunny hop, do all this fast, awesome shit, as opposed when you're ADS, because you're sitting there like this, like slowly just doing everything. And again, it hinders your movement speed and makes it easy for you to be killed. But I don't know who that dude was shooting at. The dude was shooting at somebody, so there's an enemy somewhere over here. Because again, before we killed him, the player count didn't drop, and the guy just ended up pushing us. I like the fact that as he's pushing, he's definitely checking both sides. He's never just tunnel visioning on where he's going. He's looking on side. He's looking around him from side to side, making sure he didn't get hit by a bus, and clearing all his angles. Now, because his loadout drop is down there behind him, I'd probably go ahead and peek that area, see if there's more loadout drops, because if there is, there may be an enemy vulnerable getting his shit, and I want to go ahead and get that easy ass kill. But I want you to notice how he's always scanning everything. He's checking everything. Now, I always tell you guys, stop staying in your scope. And that's usually true for the most part. However, the only time that I will actually scan with my scope is if there's kind of distance, and this is a little bit of distance. So if there's somebody head glitching here and you're out of your scope, you might not see his head, but if you're scoped in, you might see it. So if you have some range, I don't mind you guys scanning with your scope. Just try to keep it very minimum. All right, there's an enemy right there. Speaking of which, and easy beams. Why was it easy beams? Savage, is because he was crouch walking, huh? That's right. You nailed it. Good job. High five, everybody. Crouch walking. What are you crouch walking for, brother? Dude does have self-res, but unfortunately for him, he's gonna have to get off this hill and leave his cover before we will. We have this nice little ridge in front of us that goes down to the right-hand side a lot more. We got shot by another enemy, unfortunately. That sucks. We could lose out on this kill. No! Okay, we got to be careful. It looked like the shot came from the right-hand side. There's the enemy right there. Unfortunately, popping a reload right when he moves out of cover. But again, you don't want to put yourself in a bad position and chase down the kill. A lot of players in that position might just go gung-ho. They see the down, they're like, fuck, I'm gonna get the kill. And they just full-on sprint to their death, right? I like the fact that he downed the enemy. He realized the enemy, even if he self-res, is gonna have to leave his spot because he's not safe and get to the zone. Either we're gonna kill him or someone else is. So he went ahead, saved his own skin. He lost out on the kill, but he saved his own ass to try to play for the win. Great decision there. Unfortunately, we are looking at a military ending. Now, military endings are extremely difficult because it's really just RNG on how players play and what your reaction time is. All right, here's the guy sitting in a window. Now, I would not have shot at him. Savage, why wouldn't you have shot at him? Well, because we're going to have to move in there. We're going to have to move in the compound. Again, we're not even safe right now. This wall is safe, so we'll be safe for a little bit, but eventually we're going to have to cross this open-ass street to get safe. And if he peeks this window as we're moving out, we're going to get shit on, right? Now, it just depends on what the enemy does. If the enemy's good and he peeks, yeah, we're screwed. But if he's a bot and he's sitting up there and he's too afraid to peek, we're able to push in there and get the kill. But again, you want to play the game as if everyone you're shooting at is a goat, right? Not to mention, even if you would have got the knock, the chance of him having self-res at the end is pretty good. It's about a 50-50 split. So I probably would have waited to shoot the enemy until I was in a better position to get the kill. Not to mention, we have the hill on our left-hand side that I'm very worried about because it is the high ground. It does have an angle on us. So if the guy we pissed off earlier is sitting up there safe and he looks this way, we're easy claps. Granted, we do have a self-res and we'll be fine, but I still wouldn't risk it. Now look, you see this window right here? That's exactly what I was talking about. This guy should know that we shot him from that direction. He got shot from this window. It pops up on your screen, tells you exactly where you got shot from, right? I'd be peeking this window. I'd play it up and I'd be peeking. You don't have to sit there and just hold your position. You want to kind of peek it, look around, look in the other window, and go back to that window. Like, is he crossing? And peek it, because this player in here should know that we shot him from outside the zone. The new zone's right here, so clearly we're gonna have to move on the open. He should be registering that in his head, and he should be peeking this window. There's no reason for him to be hiding right now, and that's exactly what he does. That's exactly what a lot of players do. And again, that's why I make this series. All right, there's the kill right here. This is gonna be an easy kill right here. Remember, if you're playing scared, he wasn't really playing scared. He was just looking a whole different angle. We do have a level 3 bounty on us at in-game. This is dangerous, man. I hate having bounties on me in-game. He got lucky with that actually going through. You gotta be very careful. All right, I'm glad he went to go peek and he's like, you know what? No, I'm not safe. My right-hand side is vulnerable. I'm not gonna peek that shit. Uh-oh. Could that be his bounty? All right, so we now have 2 enemies left. We know there's 1 enemy inside that building because the dude busts in, gets killed by the claymore, dude instantly closes the door. But I would definitely, if you have the heartbeat, definitely pop a scan that way to the south. Oh God, that's dangerous right there. Seeing your heartbeat with the building we know the guy's in. Ooh, that's dangerous, brother. However, we do have zone favor, at least from this building here. The guy leaving this building because he's camped up. Oh, there's a second one. Okay. So the guy that's in this building, because he's camped up, and this guy as well, they got screwed by zone. They're going to have to go out in the open to get safe, and we are the ones closer to the next zone. So theoretically, if we play it correctly, this should be an easy dub for us. I love the fact that he mounted to get the clean beams easy. Oh, you could hear the disappointment in his voice. Good try, King of Spades. Good try, brother. You can hear the disappointment. He's like, ah, so close. All right, but the last guy's in here. And again, this is another reason why I'm not a fan of camping, especially with claymores, especially in game, because even if you do get a kill, you reveal your position to anybody that's around you. Uh-oh. Did I get played? Where's the enemy? Oh shit. This is dangerous, bro. He might be waiting in the gas, but as you... Okay. Before we get into this, we think the enemy's in there. I'm pretty sure the enemy's in there. We literally saw the door open, Claymore get a kill, and then the door closed. But maybe he changed his angle when we weren't looking. Maybe. So with that being said, let's pretend we don't know where the enemy is. Make sure when you round this corner of the fence, you check this fence and stop assuming that he's back here. This is where you throw the audible. Like, okay, I thought he was there. He's clearly not there. Let me check around. And when you check and clear this side of the fence, if he's not there, then you can go back to tunnel visioning on the area to your right-hand side. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I know you guys will let me know what happened. Oh, there he is. Shit. Oh, no, not the gas mask, bro. Shit. All right, there it is, boys. Easy GG. Yo, A2 brother, thank you for submitting the gameplay, man. I really enjoyed spectating. I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this video. Now, what I liked about A2's gameplay was his decision making. I think his decision making was on point. He decided who he wanted to shoot at, who he didn't want to shoot at, and we were able to cover why he decided to do that. However, at the end, I probably would have shot the guy in the window, but it ended up working out in his favor because that guy was just completely oblivious to whatever game he was playing. But again, accuracy is awesome. Definitely something you need to practice. Circle rotation is awesome. Definitely something to get the hang of, but decision making is extremely, extremely crucial. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, subscribe, leave a like, and join the Discord community. You have a good one. Until next time, good luck in Warzone. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out one of these two videos over here. And as always, subscribe by clicking that button there. You have a good one. Until next time, keep on improving.